streetlight flickers on the door. I reach for what I had before. Empty hallway, silent floor. His shadow's gone forevermore. I said I'd love without restraint, but I left marks of heartache faint. Barroom humming, clinking glass, echo of a love that couldn't last. You wanted honesty, I lied. Tried to hide the hurt inside. Now every note of mine a key brings back what he used to be. A mirror shows the man I was, haunted by my foolish cause. No applause, no gentle cheer, just a weight of love so dear. Shadow of your goodbye, haunting me until I die. I had your heart in gentle hands. Now I roam these empty lands. Blues crawling slowly on the floor, reminding me of what I ignored. I was rich in her embrace. Now I face a hollow space. Cab rides under city glow, reflections of the pain I know. Your laughter echoes bittersweet in every song, in every street. I thought my pride would guide me through, but nothing shields a love from truth. If I could bend the hands of time, I'd bring your heart back into mine. No more walls, no more disguise, just a man who sees her eyes. Shadow of your goodbye, haunting me until I die. I had your heart in gentle hands. Now I roam these empty lands. Blues crawling slowly on the floor, reminding me of what I ignored. I was rich in her embrace. Now I face a hollow state. Streetlight fades into the rain, carrying echoes of your name. A gentleman with nothing left, counting I learned to measure time in highways, white lines cutting through the night. Every mile a quiet confession, every sunrise another fight. Gas station coffee, bitter and honest, like the truth I try to hide. I've been running from my own reflection, with nowhere left to ride. Father said, son, don't show you're shaking. The world smells fear like blood. So I buried every doubt I carried, let it drown inside the flood. Built my back from stubborn silence, built my pride from broken plans. Now I stand like an old oak tree, cracked but still it stands. You don't see the weight I'm holding, it don't rattle, it don't shout, but it presses on my chest at night till the air runs out. I'm a man made of miles, of detours and denial, of midnight bargains with my soul, of unfinished trials. Every scar's a map I've drawn, every loss a trial. Yeah, I'm a man made of miles. Love one's hard in Tennessee. She said I was hard to reach. Too many walls around my heart, too many lessons life could teach. She wanted roots, I only had roads. She wanted truth, I had my pride. You can't build a home on restless ground, no matter how you try. I've tasted fame in small town bars, heard applause like summer rain, but clapping hands don't fix the cracks that echo in your brain. You play your songs, you wear your suit, you bow like you're redeemed, then go back to a lonely room and question what it means. If strength is just enduring, then I've been strong too long. If healing comes from breaking, I've been healing all along. I ain't clean, I ain't whole, but I'm honest in my role. A drifter with a working soul. I'm a man made of miles, of lost and reconciled, of gas and cigarette smoke. Every corner holds a joke. You begged me to love you without end. I gave excuses I can't defend. Bar stools creak beneath my weight. Every sip prolonged my fate. I thought my charm would keep you close. Ignore the ones I love the most. Now alley whispers through the night remind me of my failed fight. Mirror shows a tired man paying dues for what began. No applause, no gentle cheer, just the blues and lingering fear. Alley of regret, I walk alone. Every break reminds me I'm on my own. I had your heart in steady hands. Now it drifts like desert sands. The blues dig deep inside my chest. Every shadow gives no rest. I was rich in love I lost. Now I pay the cost. Taxi lights streak wet streets. Every step recalls defeat. Your laughter haunts the midnight bar like a hymn from a distant star. If I could change the hands of fate, I walk back through that broken gate. Lay down pride, hold you near, finally see what I fear. Alley of regret, I walk alone. Every brick reminds me I'm on my own. I had your heart in steady hands. Now it drifts like desert sands. The blues dig deep inside my chest. Every shadow gives no rest. I was rich in love I lost. Now I pay the cost. Alley fades into the night. Gentlemen with empty lights. I built my faith in parking lots, under flickering motel lights. Prayed to a sky the color of rust through long insomniac nights. Every dollar that I ever made had a fingerprint of doubt. Every promise I ever swore had a back door out. I learned to kneel in silence, not in churches made of stone. in the cab of a pickup truck, where regret feels most at home. The dashboard glowed like a dying star, radio humming low, singing songs about better men I used to think I know. You don't lose yourself all at once, it's a slow and sacred theft, a piece at a time, to pride in time, till there's barely something left. This cathedral of dust I've made, brick by brick from plans that frayed. No stained glass, no choir above, just cracked belief and stubborn love. I stand inside what I became, not asking mercy, not shifting blame, in my cathedral of dust. Love like a man, half drowning, gripping tight, afraid to sink. She said you fight the world so hard, you never stop to think. I thought protection meant control, thought silence meant I'm strong. Turns out guarding every wound is how you build it wrong. I've seen success with polished shoes step over broken backs, seen boys turn into hollow men, chasing what they lack, and I ain't innocent of that. I've traded peace for pride, built walls so tall around my heart, even truth couldn't get inside. But dust remembers everything, every fall, every stand, settles on the photographs, on the calluses of a man. If grace exists, it's probably quieter, not loud or dressed in white. Maybe it's just the courage to look at yourself at night. This cathedral of dust I own, raised from flesh and blood and bone. Every scar a window pane, every loss a drop of rain. I don't need to be reborn, just need to face each coming storm inside this cathedral of dust. So let the wind come howling, let it shake these fragile walls. If they fall, they fall honest, no more sacred protocol. I was never built for heaven, just for standing when it's tough. And if faith is simply staying, then staying is enough.
Metal drips from the city sky. I walk the alleys where the lost cries lie. Steam rises from grates like ghosts. Every corner I turn, I fear the most. My boots clang on cracked concrete. Every echo a heartbeat I cannot cheat. I carry weight like molten steel. Every shadow, every wound I feel. Smoke coils from the rooftops high. Neon signs flicker, another lie. sorrow, a river of mud. Bones clatter inside my chest. Even the strongest man needs rest. Iron walls, wires and grind. Time is slow, but it steals all mine. Every step, every spark I find ignites the fire I left behind. Steel and ash, I walk alone through haunted streets, through fire and stone. I'm heavy, I'm hollow, I am real. Every scar story I conceal. The night hums deep in my veins. I am the man that darkness trains. A train wails far in the night. Its whistle echoes my fight. Concrete rivers, molten rain. Every loss feeds the chain. I am the echo, the silent scream, the shadow standing in between. Maybe strength is burning slow. Maybe courage comes from letting go. Maybe life is wild and flame. Maybe all we are is a name. Steel and ash, I walk alone through haunted streets, through fire and stone. I'm heavy, I'm hollow, I am real. Every scar story I conceal. The night hums deep in my veins. I am the man that darkness trains. Fly high, I disappear under iron sky. Steel and ash, my veins ignite. A man reborn inside the night. I was born on a Sunday morning under a sky that looked half broken. Mama said, boy, the world won't warm you before it leaves your spirit smoking. Daddy's hands were hard as iron, voice like thunder in a tin roof rain. He said, stand tall when the fire comes, but never showed me how to handle pain. 17 with a restless hunger, chasing highways with a borrowed name. every town felt 6 feet under. Every victory tasted the same. Cheap motels and colder pillows, neon lights and unpaid dues. I shook hands with many shadows, learned how quick a dream can bruise. You don't see the cracks at first, they hide beneath your grin, but every loss leaves a little smoke settling under your skin. There's smoke beneath the skin from all the wars I never win. I carry quiet deep within, like a scar that won't give in. Life don't break you loud and clean, it burns slow where you've been. Yeah, there's smoke beneath the skin. I loved a woman with wildfire eyes. She danced like freedom in the dark. Said I was too full of goodbyes, too much night inside my heart. She left one note on the kitchen table, said you fight ghosts, I cannot see. I watched her tail lights fade to nothing, like the best parts of me. Now I sit with a glass of bourbon, watching silence fill the room. Every mirror tells the truth, every truth feels like a wound. If redemption's just a story, I'm still reading every line, trying to turn this weight of mine into something that can shine. There's smoke beneath the skin from every place I've ever been, from every almost, every win, every never again. But I'm still breathing through the sting, still standing in the wind with smoke beneath the left home with a tank half empty and a heart too full to stay. Sunset bleeding on the dashboard like it knew I'd fade away. Mama's Bible on the back seat, dust already on the page. I was chasing something holy, found a different kind of cage. Work my hands down to the bone in factories that never sleep. Metal sparks and broken promises stacked like secrets I couldn't keep. Every paycheck felt like mercy, every layoff like a sin. You learn quick in this cold world how the losing always wins. They say a man is what he builds, but what if all he builds just falls? What if strength is just surviving when nobody hears your call? The long road knows my name, every mile, every shame. It's seen me rise, it's seen me crawl, heard my silent scream through it all. I gave my youth to the pouring rain, to pride and love, to stubborn pain. Yeah, the long road knows my name. Loved a girl in Oklahoma, she had heaven in her laugh. But I carried storms behind me, and she felt the aftermath. She said, you don't know how to rest, you just run from what you feel. I told her stillness scares me more than any wound that doesn't heal. Now I drink with old reflections in a bar off Highway 9. We talk about the men we were, like ghosts we left behind. The jukebox plays a lonely tune about redemption and regret. I tip the singer with my last few bills for every dream I never met. If I could talk to my younger self, I wouldn't change a thing. Every scar became my compass, every fall taught me to sing. Not loud, not proud, but low and true, like a blues man passing through. The long road knows my name, knows a fire, knows a flame, knows the nights I almost broke, knows the lies I never spoke. Through every loss and small acclaim, through grit and grace and quieted blame. Yeah, the long road knows my name. And when my boots start walking, when my breath turns slow and tame, carve it deep into that stone. He walked alone, but he became. a sound that follows footsteps on an empty stretch of road. Not the engine, not the wind, just the weight of what I owe. Every choice I swore was righteous, every bridge I let burn down, comes back in the dead of midnight when there's no one else around. I've been called a steady man, solid as a railroad tie, but steel don't mean unbreakable, it just means it won't cry. I learned to keep my voice down low, keep my temper on a chain, but silence builds a pressure that can split a man in pain. You can outrun accusations, you can drown them in a bar, but the past don't need permission, it remembers who you are. Echoes don't apologize, they don't fade with time, they ring inside your rib cage like a church bell out of line. Every word you left unsaid, every truth you compromise, they come back in the dark, 'cause echoes don't apologize. I had a brother once in spirit, we were young and bulletproof, swore we never sell our values for convenience dressed as truth. But life gets loud and money talks, and loyalty gets thin. You don't notice when you cross the line till you can't cross back again. I saw him years later with a stranger in his stare. We shook hands like businessmen, like nothing happened there. But I heard it in the silence between hello and goodbye, a crack that never healed right, a fracture we deny. Maybe being strong ain't spotless, maybe being real ain't clean, maybe owning all your failures is the bravest thing you've seen. I ain't asking to rewrite, I ain't begging for disguise, just learning how to live with what the echoes still imply. Echoes don't apologize, they don't ask to be excused, they sit beside your conscience till you finally tell the truth. From every broken promise, from every severed tie, they keep calling out your name, 'cause echoes don't apologize. Tonight I won't outrun them, won't pull them down with ride. I'll let him ring through this old chest till there's nothing left to hide. If peace is facing memory without a compromise, then maybe I'll find freedom where the echo finally dies.